You're here for one reason and one reason only.
You need writing advice, and we're here to give it to you, baby.
How do you start a novel? Writing help, first-person perspective, second-person perspective, third-person perspective. There's too much information sometimes. And that can lead to some confusion about some common, less discussed topics, like second-person point of view. A way for people to recognize second-person narration is the use of pronouns like you, your, yours, yourself, and so on. According to the mainstream definition on Google, second-person POV is exclusively giving the reader action. An example would be those choose-your-own-adventure books and similarly text-based adventure games. You walk into a room, you look around. It's all about you, the reader. Well, sort of. This isn't an accurate definition, though. While, yes, second person is often used as the self-insert perspective, like in all those Sherlock Holmes ex-reader fanfics, it doesn't actually have anything to do with you, the reader. Think of it like this. Someone goes up to a podium and reads a fantastical story out loud. It's written in first-person perspective and uses I pronouns. The audience knows that every time the speaker says I, they aren't referring to themselves, but speaking as the narrator. Second-person POV works like this too, except in the opposite direction. Instead of seeing the speaker's point of view on information, we're seeing the receiver's point of view on it. When you read a line like, "You rush to the door," you, the reader, haven't gone anywhere. You're sitting there reading a book. You, the character, has rushed to the door in the story. In simpler terms, just treat the you as another character in the story. Let's look at a few examples. Probably one of the most popular uses of second-person perspective is the epistolary novel. These books aren't written with traditional chapters, but rather each chapter is a letter, email, journal entry, or note from one character to another. Since these forms of writing often use second-person POV, readers see plenty of you pronouns in the books. Easily the most well-known example of this is Bram Stoker's Dracula.
I am Dracula.
Jonathan Harker and his fiancée Mina talk about practicing their shorthand and letters to each other. Dr. Abraham Van Helsing comes off as extra eccentric through the letters of Dr. John Seward. Yes, his first name is Abraham, not Gabriel. Hugh Jackman lied to you.
Oh, Gabriel.
An example outside of the epistolary novel would be Italo Calvino's If on a Winter Night a Traveler, a story about a reader who buys a defective copy of the very book you're reading. It's a mind-bending tale, but since the audience is likely a reader themselves, Calvino uses second-person perspective to unite all readers through some common issues they encounter when trying to enjoy their favorite pastime. One last example of second-person perspective is this. You should be subscribed if you aren't already. Our channel's still in its baby stages, but we want to bring writing advice, storytelling help, and art history to anyone and everyone interested.
So subscribe and ding the bell to let YouTube know you want to see more.
Second person is definitely the rarest POV when compared to writing first person perspective or writing third person perspective, but that doesn't mean you should ignore it. I mean, even this script is written in second person so I can talk to you. And we haven't even talked about the two kinds of second person perspective writing, implicit and explicit. Explicit second person perspective is just what you expect. They're sentences that contain second person pronouns like you go for a walk or you do a somersault. Implicit second person perspective comes in the form of more demanding phrases. Look at the ceiling, move to the left. Sentences like these don't contain the you pronoun, but we understand that it is implicitly directed towards you. Whew. If you got to the end of this and feel utterly confused, that's why most people tend to just say that second person perspective refers to the reader. Even if it's kinda wrong, it's just easier to say second person POV breaks the fourth wall. So with all that said, thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep on writing.
Catch you later, baby.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell to never miss another one of our fancy newfangled moving pictures. Tune in next week to catch another thrilling and